Alright. Curiosity. The need for a reliable ally. You see, I must come to understand what my goddess seeks from me. Urgathoa gave me the powers of an inquisitor without declaring her will to me. I await her reply. Any hint or trace or clue. And I suppose our meeting was no mere accident. Besides, I imagine that several Kianan assassins still pursue me. They never risked attacking me while I was under the patronage of the Aldori. They are unlikely to attack while I have reliable allies like you. You're my companion, so you can count on my protection. That's it. That's all you need to know. Ooh woo. Alright, spill it. I'm listening. It's a formidable sword. You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is. Oh my god. This sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took this looker for myself. Fits me perfectly. My goddamn trophy. Depends what we're going to talk about. If it's about monsters or swords or scars, I approve. That's good. And if you're going to ask questions like why and what for and how, screw this. Or you got even harder ones. All right, it's fine. It's okay. We'll kill some monsters instead. It's fine. Dog! Let me pet dog. They won't let me pet dog.
Tread lightly.
Who the fuck just told me to tread lightly? Who was it, dude?
Let us be careful.
Oh, it was me talking. Never mind. I'm just stupid. Okay, I'm ready to, like, get out of this place. Do I need to, like, talk to them first? Or can I just leave? Okay, best to keep a low profile. Dude is cruel. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know how to find him? Stag Lord is a fortress somewhere in the area. Okay, well that's... Alright, so we can just... I guess we just leave. And everything's fine. We'll just head out. Oh, she was up there, wasn't she? Well... Except that works for me. Let's go exploring. God, that's so good. The character art's fucking fantastic. Alright, so we're gonna go south. Guess we go and explore. We see the world, my guys. A jittery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. Tugs at his beard. Strange weather. Invisible fog creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. I don't like this old man. Looks like the kind who can cast the evil eye. Move along, old man. We give no alms. Invisible fog. The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not try. Aye, more than ever. I've never seen so much before. But someone must look, and no one else can. Who are you? Remus, but that won't help with the fog. I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. You hasten, you should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. Do you mean Tartuccio? He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Beside him are those who could stand against him, and might yet still. What power is he searching? Someone else's, old but forever young. That which is taken from another. That which gave joy and now gives death. He's in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Oh, he actually said something that makes sense. When I see clearly, I speak clearly. And why is it that you see so clearly? I slept there last night. I noticed him as I left. How do you know we're rivals? I don't know. I see. You can choose where you set your eyes, usually. But can you choose what they see? All right, then. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. All right, dude. So some ancient tomb shit. It's going down.
I'll go ahead.
That character art, I love it, dude. It's so fucking good. All the characters are, like, fantastic. So there was stuff to go around up here. Like, I guess we'll come back for the crossroad. We gotta go south to go see What's-His-Face. Okay, we'll enter the crossing. Let's see what's going on in here.
The path is clear.
Okay, we're gonna go this way first. Oh, shit! The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand clenching a sinister-looking spear is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to skin and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. What do you want from me? Death to the stag lord. Very well, I'll kill it. Come later. Take the spear. Alright. So Davik is going to give us his spear, I guess. I'm glad we fucking came over here.
Let's head out.
Exploration in this game is everything. Which makes me want to go to, like... Oh, okay. There's nothing over there. I was like, it makes me want to go further this way. Oh. Oh, the shit's out. I guess I can't cross the water?
Tread lightly.
Hi, little man. You need to go, though. I'm not having the back of my head chewed on, you little bugger. Alright, let's branch off this way. Yes, I do want to enter this. We determined that we should explore. The further we tracked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps, and learned they were no mere hills, but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw the foggy outline of another hut. This one much bigger and surrounded by small clay statues. Examine the dwellings. Inside the dugouts were frowsy and darker than holes, and filled with absolute desolation. There were no windows in these mud walls, no furniture or other homely items, except for the odd piece of tattered wicker. But every dwelling had a large hollow dug right in the center of the dirt floor, like a fire pit, but taking up the greater part of the space. They were filled with the standing water and reeked beyond description. Okay, we're gonna go further. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping the drier ground as much as possible, but the further we went, the more difficult it became. And soon we were wading waist deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows flitted along the bottom. Suddenly, Valerie staggered, spit out an oath, and flailed her arms. She'd made a wrong step, and unable to pull her foot out, she called out loudly and began to sink into the vile slush. Okay. We're making a human chain. Valerie's head was sucked below the deathly icky water, but our hands were just in time. We pulled with all our strength and she emerged, gasping above the frothy muck. Valerie was rather green by the time we lifted her out, but found the strength to thank us when she'd caught her breath. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and weary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose above our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud, like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattail spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, that tall, dry tree stretched mightily upward, clawing at the firmament. What are you doing? I'm reading a story. Failed the check. Okay, so that's no good. We peek inside the hut. Short sword, leather armor, gold coins. All right. The palace was twice the height of the other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that 3 could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was still wet. The faded scroll depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figures. Some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though there were steps descending into them cut into the dirt. In the furthest room, we found equipment decorating the walls. Leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. I need a little break. Hold on. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably, with their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout. Amiri, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green, filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out with a soft, swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space ahead was closing. Okay, we could fly towards the path, or we could draw our swords and try cutting our way through. We're gonna run. Failed the mobility check. Alas, we were not quick enough. Green walls closed in around us. Branches grabbed at our sleeves, and wicked thorns scratched our hands. Our faces burned with acidic sap. Roots tangled our feet, and our blood fell on the leaves. But with great effort, we broke away at the last from the grasping ground. Finally, after what seemed like an endless trek, we came upon the gigantic dry tree that had so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut into its trunk. A huge, horned, three-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb. Almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp-toothed, with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. We tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. There we go. Lord check. Finally, we got one succeeded. There could be no doubt. This was Gogunta, master of the Great Swamp and the Demon Abyss. But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large, bright, blue dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange. It didn't react to our movements. It seemed quite content to remain where I sat. I could eat the fucking thing. Why not? I heard a wet crunch and I winced before I could look. I turned around hearing a faint cry. Empress had turned white and started to collapse. We barely had time to catch her. After returning to life in a few hours, she told us amazing things. It turned out that the Bogard's priest ate blue dragonflies to fall into hypnotic trances. I just got stoned, dude. Where they could hear the will of the goddess, the demon lord Gogunta, the creator all of Bogard kind. In her dreams, Empress saw ancient times, how the boggards built their settlements, how they raided the neighbors and enslaved their children, how they held bloody rituals to honor bloated amphibian monsters. The roar of their laughter throughout the dark centuries. And she saw a priest bury a stash of plundered jewelry in his hut. Rather than offering it to his cruel goddess in return, the wrathful Giguntis had a horrible plague upon his tribe, and that priest would be their last. We turned around to leave the abominable swamp. The flesh-eating bush grew quiet and gave way. On the journey back, we were sure to look inside the priest's hut and dig out the treasure that had once wiped out his entire tribe. Money, 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 money. Money! And I think that is where we're going to kind of take a little pause here. If you guys are still hanging out, this is going to be segmented into 30-minute clips, or 30-minute videos, I guess I should say. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. There will be more of this content coming daily. We're going to break it into 30-minute chunks. I'm going to push them out one a day, every day. So stick around, come back for the story. It's going to be fantastic. We are still so fresh into this game, and there is so much to explore. It looks huge. Like, absolutely massive. Look at this. Oh my god, dude. This is a huge world. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.